Hey, welcome back everybody, and hopefully this is the final installment of Frankenstang. As you can see, we've got her painted all back together. As I've mentioned over and over again, it was nice if we could have gone a little farther with this car, if we could have stripped it back down to bare metal. But overall, the car is way better than when it rolled in here. Things line up. I'm not sure if I had mentioned in a previous video, the previous quarter panel repair, the quarter panels were in so far that the owner went and had the rear bumper cut shorter. The rear bumper on this car now is a brand new reproduction bumper, and you can see it fits the car normally. Before, he had that bumper shortened up by, I believe, well over an inch. So that tells you how far off everything was when this car was done last. As we go around the car here, as I said, came out pretty good. I always feel things could be better, but that's just because I'm my own worst critic. Anyway, she's ready to go back to the customer. Ready to go back so he can enjoy the car show season. It's the end of February. So hopefully, he can get the trophy he's been after for years now. Kind of just keep going around the car here. Show you what we have. Everything went back together nicely. Took a lot of notes when I took this car apart. Relined up a lot of panels. There was a lot of stuff that had to be changed around to get the fit right. But we've got a lot better gaps now. We shouldn't have a problem like he had before, where the hood was hitting the fender, knocking the paint off the fender, and the door was hitting the quarter, knocking the paint off the quarter and the door. Everything now is as good as it's going to get without getting so deep into this car that it wouldn't make sense. Overall, grand total in the hours, believe it or not, 408.6 hours. And I didn't even get to strip the car down to bare metal. That's what happens when you have shoddy repair work, a lot of damage, a lot of rust. You end up paying a shop like myself, a guy like myself, in a shop like this, by the hour, to fix all the shortcomings of previous repair work. And it took 408 hours to fix everything, scuff the car, and repaint it. In the end, the cheapest part of this car ended up being the repaint, because we did not strip it to bare metal. Had we stripped it to bare metal, all the remaining issues would have been addressed, but boy oh boy, his wallet would not have liked it. Majority of his money was spent in repair work. All the gaps look good. You can see here, we no longer have a quarter and a door that are in contact with one another. We have a fairly even gap all the way around, and for a reproduction fender to a factory door, that's not a bad fit. It's not as good on the other side, but again, we couldn't address that because the budget just wasn't there. Overall, I think he's going to be happy. I think he's going to be able to enjoy this car for many years to come. I do believe he's had this car for over 20 years. So I don't know, maybe he knew a little bit about what was wrong with this car and he just didn't want to tell me. But you know what? Shops like mine, whether you tell us or not, we're going to find all the secrets. And boy, did we find some secrets on this thing. You know, especially what was behind these these sail panels here. Was an absolute mess. Had to rebuild the corners on both sides of the back window here, rebuild underneath the sail panel. As I said, it still has issues. You know, come over here, nice gap, like I said, pretty even. Get down to the bottom. That is actually, the door is slightly off, and I don't want to go too crazy on the door, again, because I didn't strip this to bare metal. If there's body filler hiding in that back corner, which I'm pretty sure there is, and I start massaging that, I'm going to crack all that filler, and then I'm going to have to repair the whole thing. So we left it alone. As I said, the other side, reproduction fender fit a lot better. You can see as you get towards the bottom there, the gap isn't the greatest, but there's there's a little bit of difference in the door too. I think we've got an issue on the door where there might have been some repair work that just wasn't addressed properly. You can kind of see it there in the picture. The gap isn't that bad, and then all of a sudden it gets straight. The door goes straight. So this may have had a typical Mustang problem where the door rolled past the detent stop, which then bends the bottom of the door because the detent arm hits the door. Somebody may have gone in there and repaired that and just ground it off and straightened it out. I mean, I don't really know, but taking guesses here. But like I said, overall, car came out good for the customer. Not what I would like to have done, but at least he's got something now that is safe to drive, unlike before. With all that damage on the left side here, if you look back at the previous videos, you'll see how much we cut out. There was a lot of stuff on this car that wasn't even attached. So now he's got something safe he can drive, something he can enjoy. Him and his wife. I think the license plate says it all. If you look at the license plate, I think that's why the customer decided to spend the amount of money he spent just to repair this thing. Our baby. This is his love, this is his joy, and he put his money into it, and you can't fault a man for that. He put his money into something he loves. So anyway, as always, like, subscribe. Hopefully, the only time this comes back in here is for normal maintenance and nothing else. Stay tuned, tune in. Got plenty more projects coming. There's my Camaro there. That's my own project. We got an Oldsmobile here and plenty more in the back. So we'll be doing a lot of videos on a lot of different cars. Thanks for watching the episodes, the trials and tribulations of Frankenstang, Rustang, all the different names I gave this car, but in the end, he's got himself a pretty decent car. Anyway, stay tuned, guys, for different stuff. Follow my videos, like, subscribe, make some comments if you like. You have any questions on some things, how I did certain things, please feel free. I will be more than happy to answer any question you have. Take care, guys. We'll see ya.